June 1942, the turning point of the Pacific War. In the waters near a tiny atoll called Midway, the U.S. Navy achieved a stunning victory against all odds, sinking 4 of Japan's best aircraft carriers. But victory came at a terrible price. At the heart of that battle was a ship that refused to die, the USS Yorktown, CV-5. Crippled by bombs, she fought on. Struck by torpedoes, her crew kept her afloat. But in the end, her wounds were too great. She slipped beneath the waves, a symbol of American courage and a painful sacrifice. The loss of the Yorktown was a blow to the nation's heart. She was more than a ship. She was a beloved veteran, a fighter that had survived the Coral Sea and dealt a mortal blow to the enemy at Midway. Her sinking left a void, a feeling of an account left unsettled. In the shipyards of Newport News, Virginia, where a new Essex-class carrier was under construction, the news was taken personally. The workers who were building America's future felt the sting of a past loss. A thirst for retribution grew, not just in the halls of power, but on the factory floors and in the steel skeletons of the new fleet. The new carrier, CV-10, was to be named Bon Homme Richard. But the workers would have none of it. In a powerful display of national will, they petitioned President Roosevelt himself, asking for one thing: let this new ship carry the name of the fallen hero. Let her be the Yorktown Reborn. The request was granted. In a record-breaking construction time, fueled by a desire for vengeance, the new USS Yorktown, CV-10, was born. She wasn't just a replacement. She was a resurrection, a ghost ship, sailing from the depths of a national tragedy to haunt the enemies of her country. She was the fighting lady, and she was going to war, and fight she did. The Yorktown arrived in the Pacific in 1943 and immediately unleashed her fury. She was a weapon of unimaginable power. Her air group struck Japanese forces at Marcus Island, Wake, the Marshall and Gilbert Islands. She spearheaded the amphibious assaults that rolled back the Japanese Empire, island by bloody island. At the fortress of Truk, Yorktown's planes helped sink dozens of enemy ships. During the Battle of the Philippine Sea, her pilots joined the Great Marianas Turkey Shoot, the air battle that forever broke the back of Japanese naval aviation. The Japanese called her the Ghost Ship because they had already sunk a Yorktown. Seeing her name again, leading the charge, struck fear into their hearts. She seemed invincible, but she was not untouchable. She absorbed bomb hits that would have crippled lesser ships. She survived a direct hit off Okinawa and endured the fury of Typhoon Cobra, a storm that sank 3 other destroyers. Each time she was hit, her crew, embodying the spirit of her namesake, fought the fires, patched the holes, and sent her aircraft back into the sky. By the end of World War II, the USS Yorktown had earned 11 battle stars and a Presidential Unit Citation. She had more than lived up to her name. She had created her own legend. The end of one war did not mean the end of her service. The fighting lady adapted, serving as a key anti-submarine carrier during the tense years of the Cold War. Then, as conflict erupted in Southeast Asia, she was called to duty again. During the Vietnam War, she earned another 5 battle stars, providing crucial air support and serving as a powerful symbol of American resolve. But perhaps her most historic mission came not in war, but in a moment that united the world. In December 1968, as the Apollo 8 astronauts, the first humans to ever orbit the moon, returned to Earth, it was the USS Yorktown that was waiting for them. The ship born of war, the warrior that had seen so much conflict, now had the honor of welcoming home the pioneers of a new age of exploration. It was a fitting tribute to a ship that had always been there when her country needed her most. Today, the fighting lady rests in quiet dignity, her battles long over. She is no longer a ghost ship of vengeance, but a tangible piece of history, welcoming hundreds of thousands of visitors a year. She stands as a monument to the ship she honored, the crews she carried, and the nation she served for nearly 3 decades. Her story is one of resilience, of a nation's unbreakable spirit. Share this video to keep the legend of the fighting lady alive. And if you ever have the chance, visit her at Patriots Point. Walk her decks and feel the history that lives in her steel heart.